everyone, my name is Miley McNicholas, your Miss Northeast Junior High United States 2021, and this is More Than A Birthmark. Welcome to More Than A Birthmark, the web series featuring individuals with birthmarks to raise awareness and share some fun facts about this amazing community. My name is Miley, and today we are joined by Ava Pyles, who has a personal blog called Birthmarks Are Beautiful. Thanks so much for joining me today, Ava. Hi, Ava. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Excited to be here today?
Yes.
So am I. So, you ready for the interview? Okay, let's get started. So, you created a personal blog called Birthmarks Are Beautiful. When did you start this blog, and what inspired you to share the story in this way?
So I started it in I think about 2016, and I created this blog because I didn't know too many people with birthmarks around me, and I wanted to spread awareness about vascular birthmarks and share my journey living with a vascular birthmark.
That is so cool. I love that you're doing that. That is super cool. That's so cool. So, you have a facial birthmark like my previous guest, but instead of a port wine stain, your birthmark is a hemangioma as part of the PHACE Syndrome. I took a moment to look up the syndrome on the Vascular Birthmarks website, and it's pretty complicated, but I found this great handout by Dr. Linda that reviews this syndrome. In fact, for our viewers, I just want to mention that the Vascular Birthmarks Foundation at www.birthmark.org is a great resource of information about Ava's condition and other birthmarks-related conditions. So, I'm going to read a little bit about this condition real quick. PHACE, spelled PHACE, is an acronym for this birthmark syndrome. P is for posterior fossa, or structural abnormalities, in part of the brain. H is for hemangioma, which is a bright red raised birthmark located on the face, head, or neck, particularly in the beard area. A is for arterial defects, which can occur in the brain. C is for cardiac problems like heart defects. E is for eye problems and associated conditions. To be diagnosed with PHACE, individuals need the hemangioma and just one other issue from the list. So I'm curious, Ava, which one of those do you have?
So I have the P, I have the posterior fossa cyst, I have the hemangioma on the left side of my face, and I also have the eye problems in both my eyes. I've been wearing glasses since I was about 1 or 2.
Wow. And I'm guessing over time, did you ever, so this is a little off topic, but I'm still curious about this. Like, when you picked out your glasses when you were younger, did you ever have fun doing that? Like, ooh, this frame looks cool.
I still have fun doing that.
Yeah.
I just picked out glasses last week because my other ones broke.
Oh my gosh, I love them. They're so cute. So, if you can, Ava, could you please explain a little more about this condition, how you were diagnosed?
So first I was diagnosed with PHACE syndrome, and that took a while. I got diagnosed about, I think, a couple weeks old, and got one of my first treatments. But I think it was around the age 2 that they realized, like Dr. Milton Weiner was my doctor, and he found that I had the hemangioma, and I had it in my airway, which my airway when I was a kid was 80% blocked. And my hemangioma wrapped from here all the way back to back of my head and ear, and I've had almost 30 surgeries and 25 laser treatments, and I'm in the process of going through a couple of treatments right now.
And I'm curious, does that ever get, I mean, I'm sure it does that ever get like tiring for you, constantly going to the hospital and getting these things done?
It did when I was a kid, but now when I get my treatments, it's kind of like my decision. So when I feel like I want to get treatments, then I'll go get them. But if I want to stop, I'll say I'm done. I want to stop.
Right. That makes a lot of sense. So you mentioned recently on your Facebook page that you were learning sign language. What inspired you to want to learn sign language?
So my grandmother and my grandpa and grandma are deaf on my dad's side. So he grew up learning sign language. And I learned some, but I've been recently like working on it. I've been talking to him every day and practicing some things. And yeah.
Right. I think I saw that on your Facebook. You were posting how you're working on it. So can you please teach me how to say something in sign language?
So one thing I learned this week, I said, hi. Wait, I'm trying to think. Hi, I'm Ava, and I'm learning sign language.
Oh, I cannot do that. That is so cool. That is so cool. I love that. Do you know how to say birthmark in sign language?
Yeah, I learned that there's two ways, but I'll spell it out for you. So B, and then I think I's like this, and then R. I think I got that right. I'm looking at my sheet. R, and then T, H, M, A, R, and then K. I got it.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That is so cool. I wish I could do that.
I'm still learning, and it does take time, but practicing every day helps.
Yeah. And that's so cool that you're doing this so that you can talk to your grandmother and your grandfather. I love that. I love that. So, you are from Hummelstown, Pennsylvania, which I found out is very close to Hershey. What are some fun things you like to do in Hershey? Do you go to Hershey?
Yeah. I go as a kid. I grew up getting season passes and going to the park. I went to Zoo America, and I went there to the Hershey Gardens. But another fun things I like to do is like go to the tanker outlets around here that was actually called the Hershey outlets before. And one of my favorite Hershey restaurants is the Hershey Pantry.
The Hershey Pantry. I'm not sure if I've been there before. Where is that located?
It's like you're going towards Palmyra, so that's the town next to us, next to Hershey, but it's towards that way.
Okay, I have to try that sometime because I feel like I'm going there a lot. You know what I mean? Between I don't know. I went there with my friend and then going there together as a family. I mean, recently it's not been the same because of COVID, but I have to try that sometime when we go.
I haven't gone to the park with COVID, but I want to go ride a new ride. So
I know it's a little scary, but hopefully everything will be together soon so we can all do the same things we love to do.
Yeah.
So I see you work for the Milton Hershey Medical Center in patient transportation. Tell me a little bit about your job and what you enjoy most about working there.
So I do work at the Milton Hershey Medical Center in patient transport, and I'm a door aide. And what I do is I take people up to go see their loved ones. I take over for the transporters when they take the patients out to the door and when they're getting discharged, and I take them to their cars, and then I take people to their appointments. And the thing I love about it is that I'm able to give back because I've had a lot of experience in hospitals as a patient, and ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to work in a hospital. So I've always wanted to try to work towards that.
And that is so cool that you have that heart that is saying, you know, I want to give back because I'm here and they're always doing things for me. So, you know, giving back it's a really nice thing to do. I'm so happy you do that, Ava. So for your condition, you mentioned that you have had 25 laser treatments at Hershey Medical Center. Um, can you please explain for our audience a little bit about laser treatments for someone with facial birthmark? What do they do?
So I actually haven't had all my treatments at Hershey Med, but I've had, so most of mine I've been asleep because my doctor has done them during my surgeries. And what I think what the laser treatment is they attack the blood vessels and to help um loosen, take away like some of the color. But what it feels like, it's like a rubber band snap, and it can be painful. Um, Most of mine, like I said, I've been asleep, so I didn't get the numbing cream. So I would wake up and my face would be really, really burning. But the past couple treatments that I have got in the past 2 years, I've had numbing cream on, and it doesn't hurt that bad. But I didn't know what to expect because I don't remember. When I was a little kid, my parents took me, and I was little, so I didn't remember how that felt. But now I kind of am used to it, and it's getting better each time. I'm still getting a little nervous, but it's okay.
I know what you mean. I've only had two surgeries, and before both of them, I was so nervous. So I don't know how you do it. That is crazy. You know, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say, oh yeah, like the first time I got put to sleep for a surgery, like I didn't really remember it that firmly. Like I just remember seeing stars and going to bed. But the second time, it was a little more of an experience because you know I don't. It was like almost like you were like the hearing was getting louder, and then like you were getting put to sleep. It was a lot more clear that time. So like when you're little, you don't really remember these things. So yeah.
I remember a lot of my surgeries, but when I was little, I don't remember.
Right.
But
Yeah, I get that. That's the same with like my MRIs and everything. When I was little, I don't really remember them, but um. So I saw you received a new pair of rollerblades for Christmas. Is this your first pair of rollerblades?
yes,
You are so good at it.
I
I don't
absolutely
know
love
how
them.
that is so good. When you got them, did you like practice before that, or did you just go right on them and like?
So I used to ice skate as a kid, and sometimes I'd go rollerblading at one of our like rollerblading places. So I kind of knew it from that. But this is my first like actual pair that I've got. So I've been practicing and getting used to them.
That is so cool. And you know what? Um, in fact, I think we have a clip of you testing out your new rollerblades. It looks like you're having fun. So, you mentioned that you are a runner. When did you start running, and have you done any races?
Um, I've been running since I was a kid. I used to go running with my mom when I was little, and then when I got older, I I had an interest in running cross country and track for my team. So I ran high, middle school and high school cross country and track. Um, my I started out like I wasn't the fastest person on the team, so I knew I had to work my way up. When I
Right.
got to high school, I was still like I was learning more about it, but at my junior year and senior year, I made varsity, but I had to work my way up. It wasn't going to come that quick.
Right. And you know what the cool thing is? It sounds a lot about like my brother because my brother does cross country and track as well. And he, I think, actually may have started with my mom because he used to do football, wrestling, and all of that. But he decided to start running, I think, after like enjoying the running with my mom. So that's super cool because like I can almost relate to it. You know what I mean, in a way. So
I
that is
I
super cool.
still love going running, and I run races, and then whenever I can, and I always go for runs with my mom. So it's nice.
That is so cool. So have you won any medals by chance?
So I do. I've had some. I play in high school. I placed in 2 JV races, and then my senior year we won one of our invitationals in cross country. So I got a medal from that, and then I have a couple medals from some like 5Ks I've done.
That is so cool. You know, I always love seeing the medals that they give out because like I've done a few races like at Disney World and stuff, and some of them are like really cool. Have you done any Disney World by chance?
No, but I really want to.
Yeah, they're super cool. If you ever go, definitely try them because they give you like the best medals and they're super fun. So, recently you announced that you're going to complete a virtual race every month. What is going to be your first race?
So I just signed myself up Wednesday for my first virtual one. I haven't got it yet in the mail, but it's going to be a like New Year's one. So I'm going to try to pick a theme each month. But I decided since I can't go to races, I might as well do some virtually and try to stay active. And running makes me happy. So I thought maybe that'd be a good thing.
Right, that is so cool. You know, everybody has to find their happy place. I know that Chelsea said hers was music and yours is running. That is super cool. I love hearing that. So you are a very active member of the Vascular Birthmarks Foundation, Global Ambassadors. How long have you been a part of the Vascular Birthmarks Foundation?
So I've been an ambassador for probably about 2 years. And I started actually, I think when I first found the Vascular Birthmark Foundation, it was on May 15th. And I saw that they spread awareness, they do a heart on their cheek to draw a heart or something to represent someone with vascular birthmark. So I started to want to participate in that. And in high school, I did, and I tried to get a couple of my friends to do it. Then the next year, I tried to get my whole cross country and track team to do it. I got a lot of them to do it, and I put like posters up, see like if anyone wanted to join in, and they did. Then when I got where I work, actually most of my coworkers, when I was in a program called Project Search, they participated in it, and we did hearts on our wrist or cheek. So I have a bunch of pictures from that, and then one of the photographers there, he took a picture of me for my classmate girls, and we have hearts on our cheeks.
That is so cool. I love that. You know, we found that when like we were looking at it like originally, and we're like, that is such a cool idea and so neat. Like I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before. And we actually have like a ton of these like heart stickers now because anytime I go to like present to like kids or like read the Buddy Booby's birthmark book, I always love handing them out to the kids and then putting them wherever they want their birthmark to be. And just seeing that makes me so happy. So I love that you do that. That's so cool.
I actually have a bunch of hearts that I ordered last year. I still have them in my room that I'm going to use next year.
Yeah, just start collecting them. You know what I mean? You're like, want a birthmark? Okay, cool. So, can you tell me a little about working on the regional and virtual meetup committee, as well as your ambassador takeover?
So, I'm part of the regional and virtual meetups committee, and what we're trying to do is help get people in the birthmark community together, whether it's like doing virtual meetups or doing like Zoom calls and stuff. Right now, we can't do actual meetups, so we're hosting like Zoom calls every month to 2 months and help try to get us all together. And we're planning on trying to get some activities going. So that would be cool. And then once COVID's kind of all over, then we're hoping to get get people actually together.
Right.
And then I did a ambassador takeover last Monday because I got one of my laser treatments,
Yes.
and I wanted to share my personal experience getting laser treatment to help others, or maybe like if parents were following the page, like help them.
Right.
So it's cool.
Yeah, I've been seeing some of the takeovers, and that's just so cool. And I really hope I can meet you guys in person soon, because I'm pretty sure only like last year I joined this, this community, and that's kind of like when COVID kind of hit off, and so I haven't been able to meet any of you guys in person. So I think that would definitely be something really cool that we could do. Now this is a little off of the vascular birthmark side. If you had a magical superpower, what would it be and why?
I think my superpower, even though I run, I would love to sprint, be able to sprint, because as a distance runner, I don't have the long legs to sprint. So I would love to be able to run long distance and also sprint.
Yeah, do both.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Yeah, I think my brother, he's really good at long distance too, but he's like not, I mean, he's pretty good, but not like superior at like track, you know what I mean? So I think that's definitely a good superpower to have. So I heard your favorite movie is Wonder. I never watched it personally. Can you tell me why this is your favorite movie?
So I liked Wonder because I first read the book and it was about a little boy that had a facial difference. And I was like, wow, it was cool to, it was like really cool to read it because I have my birthmark and then he has a facial difference and he's probably had about 28 surgeries or 27, and I've had about that same amount. So I was like, oh my gosh, like I can relate. And it was so cool reading the book. And then when the movie came out, it was cool to see like the whole movie.
And
And
I think that's really cool that they made a movie about that, because I remember Chelsea telling me that, you know, when there was, well, a lot of the characters that were like bad had like something that made them look different. And I forget exactly what the name of like the villain was, but I think it was like, I don't know, it was like Two-Face, I think. And he had one like a facial difference almost that looked like a vascular birthmark. And she's like, they only make the villains have these things and never the really cool, confident, main character. And I think doing that, is really cool that they did that. I really like that. So I definitely have to watch that.
I like it because it shares like it's okay to look different
Right.
and like love yourself the way you are and don't judge a person by how they look.
Right. I love that. Yeah. So before we end our interview, is there anything additional you would like to share with our viewers today that we didn't cover?
I don't think so.
Well, that is great. Thank you again so much for joining me today, Ava. I had so much fun talking to you. Be sure to check out Ava's personal blog, Birthmarks Are Beautiful, which is on Facebook and Instagram. Ava is definitely more than a birthmark. Thank you so much for being with me today. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you for having me.